So good afternoon, everybody. Yeah, this is a situation is a different situation so far. We never had such situation. Thing is like as a parents, I'm talking to parents. So all of you like whatever the questions you have, like day-to-day life, and you sending your children to the school, the problems which they face. So how to I mean uh, be careful and how to take care of your children if really school starts in the near future. So what is going to happen and all the questions whatever like even ranging from your infancy 1 year less than 1 year old children to even adults also, whatever the questions are there you can type and I'll try to answer the maximum in your local language also. Like you are comfortable in English, I'll be speaking to you in English or Hindi or Telugu also, no problem. Fine, you can type your questions. I received is like what is the diet of 12 years old child. So this is the diet related to COVID-19. That is the present situation is different. And in general, diet for 12 years old is different. In general, diet for 12 years old child is nothing but the regular whatever the diet we take. So present situation is like as we have seen in papers, media, electronic media, TVs. So we have to take care of our immunity. To increase the immunity to fight against the COVID or present corona situation. So you have to stick to basic rules like whatever we take, that should be more of homemade food. That is one. Second, you have to try to avoid all junk foods. That is second. Third is like as everybody is like children, they are staying at home, they are tentative tendency to take cool drinks and refrigerated water. All those things also you try to avoid. These are the basic principles. Otherwise, routine, regular homemade food is more than sufficient for your children. Second thing is to increase the immunity. One is homemade food. Second is the diet which contains the normal proteins, carbohydrate, and your fats. So you have to cut down the fats, increase protein containing foods. That means the normal regular diet itself. And liquids little bit more because now heat illness is added to present situation. So a lot of heat situation is there. So you try to increase the liquids, maybe coconut water, maybe fruit juices or normal liquid or glucose water like this. The number of liquids in your diet should increase. That's it. So yeah, second question is what are the precautions to be taken to increase the immunity? Right. So the same thing like what I told just now related to the diet. See, immunity in any child, irrespective of your COVID or coronavirus also, it depends on three main things. One is breastfeed. For any child less than 1 year, if you give more breastfeed, your child's immunity will be little more. Second is the proper diet. Proper diet means again I am stressing more on homemade food. So that contains little more immunity. Third thing is again trying to avoid the junk food because it contains immunity is given by the God, given by mother and given by again mother in the form of diet. So try to give the balanced diet, try to avoid the junk food, aerated drinks, then your immunity will be more. But you don't have any medication or any other thing to increase the immunity. Come back to school. Fine. So this is a good question and very practical question. The thing is like pre-primary. See, the schooling starts like pre-primary, primary education, and then higher education. Pre-primary means it is in our local language, it is the play school. So maybe around we have the tendency of putting our children in the school at around 1.5 years itself. So I think this is not the right time to put your child in the play school in this year particularly because we don't know about this COVID-19 or coronavirus, how it is going to behave. So play schools, it is better to avoid. Be like your children, let them be at your home with your elder people or grandparents or yourself, one of you, if one of you are working work from home. So better is let them stay at home. That is around the play school related issue. Second, after the play school, if you want to put your child in the school, presently schools probably they may start after maybe August or we don't know, maybe August or September. See, here everybody knows every day for the last 60 days or 70 days, everybody is saying about the same social distancing, personal hygiene, and environmental hygiene. So these are the three things you have to take care of your child. But practically, these things are very, very difficult in children particularly. For example, if your child is there around 5 or 6 years old going to school, so in the school, social distancing is very difficult because initially they used to have one play period also, and there used to be like the benches which are side by side, and they play with each other, they get contact with each other. So many issues are there. Now they have to be away from all these, which are very, very important. It is practically not possible, but we have to from parents point of view and from teachers point of view also, like they have to take care of these things, like restricting class number to maybe less than 20, maybe 15, with a wider classroom or whatever the available classrooms. And if possible, even for the children also less than around 5 or 8 years also, e-learning probably may be the best this time. So wherever you have option of e-learning from the school, opt for it. So e-learning is better because your child is not getting exposed to outside environment, because this COVID is not going to end now. It may stay with us. It may continue for longer period, maybe 2 years or 3 years or 5 years also, we don't know. And the severity, it may come down, or severity it may increase, or it may totally I cannot say it right now, but it may stay with us in the community like any other disease. Like so many diseases we have, like measles, chickenpox, swine flu, so many are there. We are living with this swine flu. Probably this is also maybe we have to live with, but these measures we have to take. One is the social distancing, which I talked about. Second is personal hygiene. So personal hygiene is also very difficult because in the school, in the lunch time, initially we used to tell them like you have to share your box with other child, but now it is very difficult. They cannot sit together, they cannot have the lunch together, they cannot have the snacks together. So all these measures practically, which are very difficult, we have to take care. So that is one more point. And the second thing is, you are sending your child to the school, probably now along with your water bottle, one sanitizer probably is one more add-on to your personal thing. So one sanitizer with your child, and you have to train your child at home how to sanitize hands. So this is shown how you have to sanitize your hands, and frequently you have to do that, sanitizing your hands. That you have to teach your children. So younger child it is a little difficult, but older child they can understand. So that is one more point. The third thing is when they come back from the school. So usually we do like after coming back from the school, bathing and changing of dress or other things. Now it is directly your child will be going to the bathroom directly. He will not stay. His shoes will be outside. Once he comes from the school, shoes outside with the dress, he will directly go to the bathroom. You have to help them in doing the bathing. There you have to every day, so you have to wash separately in separate, I mean, some container. And after that, every day you have to do the same routine protocol. And wherever you go out for any mall or any, try to avoid children. It's not correct. And let them get exposed to which minimum happens in the school. Not to some extent only it can happen, but this will give them a little bit of immunity. So these are minimum precautions, minimum what I am talking about. So many will be there later on. So these are the minimum things. One is going to school, and in the van also, van or auto also, talk to them, see that the number will be little less, or two are van. So many we will be seeing so many like 10 people in one van, 4, 5, 6 people or 8 people sometimes in auto. And in you, if you have private vehicle, you have enough time to drop them. So certain things you have to change. Either you drop or take auto where number is less, or take the one which the number of people are less. Maybe you need to pay a little more, but you have to do these things. So one is transport, and in the school how you have to take care of the measures. Coming back from the school you have to take care of. So these are certain things, but the problem arises when nobody is at home to take care of, only maid is there, then comes problem again. So these are certain issues you have to take care. Fine. And the next one more question is, our child has adenitis and it's very minor. What additional care we need to see? The problem is like this COVID situation. See, whatever I am going to talk to you is related to present situation. That is, coronavirus, COVID infection presently with some underlying problems. Fine. So you have, your child is having adenites. So this underlying problem is, this applies to adults only, because luckily in children we don't have much infections of COVID-19 or corona. That is one. Luckily, the severity of infection, whoever is affected, so far no death. Even in Gandhi recently had good number of people, like around 15-20 children, but the number, no death happened. Okay, even outside India also, outside Hyderabad, outside India also, number of deaths in children, they are very rare, luckily, even with severity also. So that is second. So one is disease severity is much less in children, but we have to take care of precautions. But underlying precautions in children, nothing, like your adenide, tonsil or any other problem. But as like adults, if your child is having problem like nephrotic syndrome, kidney related problem, and child is receiving steroid, your child will be taken care of very seriously, like go out and all those things, because infections will be little more. And if your child is diagnosed with some cancer and he is on some medication, then again this is one more problem. So these children are to be taken care. At most importance is given to these children, much than our age group and younger age group and older age group also. That's what I prefer. So these are the children who should be taken care of. But otherwise, your adenide problem, other things, don't worry about that. They are the normal routine, regular social distancing, personal hygiene, and normal diet to increase the immunity is more than enough. But one more thing is, don't get confused when you have the coronavirus infection or COVID-19. If your child is having cold cough, don't worry about that. Every cold cough is not coronavirus. If you have fever, in the family somebody had cold cough with severity, somebody traveled to recent place, somebody traveled or had attended function, so then you have this cold cough, you can think of coronavirus in your family. Because we are seeing in the OPD so many people coming to us in the morning today also. One mother with a lot of anxiety and stress, she came to me saying that, sir, my child is having cold, I am worried. And in the night time he says like this. So she is worried. When I examined the child was comfortable, no cough, no fever, child playful, but cold is there. Because of the cold, nose block, child had problem, but nothing to worry. In those cases, you visit nearest pediatrician, they will tell you what is happening, but don't be panic for each cold and cough. Yeah, one more thing about the hand sanitation and mask. Yeah, this is also a good question, but less than 2 years, if you don't use mask, no problem at home, but even in outside also. And other children, like more than 2 years, means school going children, 2.5, 3 years or 3.5 years, mask is must. But everybody is wearing mask and thinking that I am protected. That is bad. See, the idea of wearing mask is like, for example, on your table or on your chair or wherever you work, or in the car seat, or wherever you touch, probably that place is with coronavirus. You have touched it. So your hand is having now coronavirus. So with this virus hand, this is not normal hand now. If you touch your nose, your eyes and your mouth, this virus is, you are showing the entry to the virus, it enters inside the body, then you have the possibility of infection. So think that every place wherever you have touched, it is having coronavirus there. So with mask, you are going to avoid touching your nose, your face, and any part of your face. So that is partial protection only. So hand sanitization comes before that. And mask also everybody is using for days together. That is also not correct. Proper mask means you have to use it for a day. That is the maximum 6 to 8 hours. And that's why the mask which is available in the market, don't try to use that, because it is costly and it is every day you have to use it and every day you have to throw it out. And once you go out to the market, you keep that mask in your residence or someplace, that means you are storing the virus. That is not correct. Okay, you have to throw it out. Okay, so you can use, that's why you can use cloth made, if possible, you can use the other available mask, but cloth made mask, which you can have 4, 5 or 6 per head, which can be, you can, what you can do is you can wash them and reuse them. After washing, anyhow, you are putting it to the sunlight, then it dries. Then washing and drying this, you can use as a cloth mask. Even this mask, this is called N95 mask. This is not really required for non-healthcare professionals, regular. So this I have to prevent spreading from other patients. I may see any corona patient, so I have to protect myself. And if I am the corona patient, so I have to prevent my contamination to the patient or any other fellow. So that's why we are using. So this is not required for general population. This is very costly, not really required. General surgical mask, what we call it as a 3-ply mask. 3-ply mask is also not required, but usual regular mask, if available, fine. So that will prevent you from spreading of the infection. And that infection is because luckily this infection is not airborne. Suddenly in the, I mean, 1.5 months back, we had from WHO and other places also that saying that this may be viral spread also, but it is, don't worry, it is not air spread. It spreads like tumpurlu, Telugulo tumpurlu antaru. This is a droplet infection. Okay, like if I like this droplet can go to any other fellow up to 3-4 meters. So these things we have to avoid. So your mask will prevent that temporarily. Second thing, when mask is there, usually you try to avoid that. And whenever you take the mask like this, so don't touch the front part of mask, whether it is the cloth mask, surgical mask, whatever, because all the virus will be on this. So you have to remove like this, touching from the back of your mask, whether it is again cloth mask, N95, ply mask, whatever. So this is the way of wearing mask and taking out mask. So this is very important. Yeah, fine. So this question is related to toilets in the schools. So toilets in the schools, it is related to hygiene only, but it doesn't affect any of the features of your present COVID-19 infection, COVID-19. Okay. So don't worry about all those things, but hygiene should be maintained in general, not related to your corona or COVID, but in general, toilet hygiene should be maintained. And what every school you have the parents association. So parents association, whoever is their president or secretary, they can go to school, and once they announce ki we are going to start the school, so those people they can go and talk to parents, and all these measures you have to talk very strictly about number in the school, shifting, e-learning. Okay, shift in the school means in the morning half of the people in the morning, half of the people in the evening, I mean afternoon session. So that one. Second is hygiene and cleaning. So out of all, cleaning the classroom, not spraying with what everybody, people in containment zones, other areas, they are just spraying with hypochlorite. That is not enough. For the schools, particularly bench and everything, schools, bench and whatever they are sitting and happening area, that should be cleaned thoroughly with the IMS. Probably they may need little more IMS for frequently, at least 3-4 hours, once in 3-4 hours, they should clean it. So that is going to prevent a lot of infections. So this is very important, along with the toilets also. So overall hygiene of surroundings in the school. Try to talk to the principal and the staff, whoever is the in charge of the school, and the discussion between parents association and the school. This rapport should continue, not now, even after maybe 6 months or 1 year also. So yeah, next question is what activities are to be encouraged to increase the physical strength of the child? Like, see, this is very generalized question, Andy. Like this one, to increase the physical strength in the child. So here two things. One is diet and physical activity. These two are going to increase your immunity and strength and fighting capacity of the child. So physical activities, see, if I want to increase my physical activity, I have to go to gym or I have to do some exercises or yoga. But children, we cannot ask them to do certain exercise or cycling or treadmill. So their physical exercise is to have play. So every school they should have the play, and you people parents, unlike previous thing like how many percentage of marks my child has got. 95. Oh, not 96 or 97, 95. That attitude should come down. Every child should have physical activity at least for 1.5 hour every day. If he gets 10 marks or 10% of less marks in the school, no problem. But physical activity and immunity, diet, you have to concentrate more. This is what they should have. Some exercise, maybe some games. So these are the things, and you cannot have any measures at home. You allow them for physical activity, but now it is little difficult again because games, physical activity, social distancing, they go again apart. So they cannot go together. So that is a little difficult. So individual games, two people or three people, which they can play with again the mask and no contact between the player in between, or like shuttle. See, there's a cock and this thing is contact between the people. No problem. So you can just sanitize it and you can have the play like that. But combined, you cannot have. So these are what you have to take to increase the physical activity. Yeah. So this same physical activity related extension of the physical activity related question, like they are exposed, they are completely indoor. If you are staying in the apartment, you allow them two or three people of your just neighbor or anybody can play. Once they come back, you have to give them the bath, sanitizer, bath. Then that's fine, no problem. The same thing can be done with. I mean, you can talk to the neighbor people, so they can have little physical activity where apartments or any little bit of gated communities are there. But individual houses, next to house, and how your relations and your, I mean, is a little difficult, but you can allow them. And the next thing is, like, so many, you have seen so many videos, WhatsApp videos, like Chinese people playing how different games they are playing at home, like 3-4 sticks, and he is jumping from the chair. Okay, you can have different type of games, so you can have a little bit of empathy. So you have to give a little more time to your child to have physical activity. So that way you can increase. Different games are there, so different, not just sitting there and playing carom board or chess. These are not physical activity games. So your child should run around. Even in your 1000 square SFT apartment also, you can have different games where you can have jumping from chairs and other things you can do. Motivate them to have some physical activity that will improve the physical activity. Oh, it's very difficult. See, I am not the physical trainer, but you can have so many innovations. So different physical activity, jumping type of game, like you ask him to jump for 10 times, 15 times, you give some refreshment like thing or some like so many games you can have. But I don't have any clear cut particular game like thing, but physical activity, not are that games are not helpful to increase the physical activity. Worried after COVID if they are mentally strong to face the outside community. Yeah. So this is one good question again, because see, for the last 60 plus days we are at home. For children it is very difficult. For us, we have some work, at least sometimes we are going out. For children it is very difficult, and they are not playing with even neighbors kids also. So their mental, no, it is not going to affect. But if this long term lockdown or long term e-learning and long term social distancing, even in the schools, not sharing their lunch boxes, not getting contact with the other surrounding people, so probably this is going to definitely have some problem. But this is very premature to say all these things. But as long as this coronavirus or COVID is there, we have to be a little more careful. Once it goes off, let us hope that the normal previous days might come back, but not to the extent that what we were completely free may not come back. But we have to get prepared for little bit of the problems which we have to face. But we have to train them, tell them that this is temporary situation, talk to them and strengthen their mental listening also. And in between, you can have WhatsApp call with their friends, WhatsApp call, video calls. They'll be comfortable. And different games they can have, so that they'll be a little more comfortable. Or little bit of contact, like if you go out with good precautions, little older child you can take along with you, but with strict measures. And when you come back, they'll be little away from, I mean, you're going out from the home, going out from the place, he feels little better. So these little bit of minimum measures you can do till lockdown, and lockdown is over and schools are open. Yeah, 7 years, leg pains, badly. Next. Yeah, this is a general question only. Like usually, this is not related to any of these present situation. Leg pains are common in children. They are below knee pains, more in the night time. They are called growing pains. Nothing to worry about that. So we can give some B complex, which may or may not help. But growing pains are normal. If severity is more, then you can see the doctor. But don't use the painkiller and other medications. Try to avoid the medications. And there is no specific food which can strengthen or which can cut down your leg pains. Nothing like any medication or any diet. Yeah, one more question is like, yeah, your son had a tonsil surgery 6 months back and he's 7 years old. Nothing to worry about that, Andy. See, tonsil problem was there and it was taken out, surgery is done 6 months back. No particular special precautions for your son. He is like any other child. No precautions to be taken. Yeah. So this is the regular question. Every day, if you see 50 OP out of 50 OPD patients, 30 to 40 will be asking about the same thing. So I'll tell you one thing. If you want to add Pediasure, for example, morning every day they'll be giving glass of milk. With one glass of milk, add Pediasure. It increases your calorie, protein, and everything. But lunch time, whatever he takes, that quantity will come down. So what is the purpose of adding Pediasure to your milk in the morning time? So purpose is gone. You are thinking that you are making your child strengthened by adding Pediasure. Just think of your older generation, your grandparents or their grandparents. They are very strong. They never used any Pediasure or any other thing. So indirectly, what I mean is, if you want to use Pediasure, Horlicks, Boost, whatever, try to give in the night time only. In the morning time, don't skip breakfast of any of your children, because breakfast is very important. After breakfast, if you want to give a small glass of milk with anything added is fine, but before breakfast don't give anything. That is my suggestion. And with the breakfast, he is going to get the normal homemade food which can increase your immunity, but not your Pediasures or any other milk. Okay, so I think you got the answer. So you can give your Pediasure, but in the night time, add it to the milk, not the day long. Whichever you give, like few people they give milk 3-4 times in a day. Don't try to give that. Moral support. Yeah, so moral support. Just now I told you, like moral support to the child, it depends on the age. For example, less than 5 years, usually nothing is required. They are like playing, and they don't mind. And more than 5 to 10 years, like yes, little bit of lacking of the interaction between children. So that can be done by your neighboring children. And little older age group is a little adolescent age group. Usually you have problems. So there a little bit of more problems may come. So moral support means we have to tell them that this is a little bit of virus, but thing is this is not severe. Infection is there. The most worst thing about this is spread. It spreads very fast, and its spreading mechanism, spreading methods are very wild. That is the only problem. So far we had so many infections like swine flu, so many infections were there. Okay, but this one, spread of this infection is very bad. That is the only problem. So severity is not that severe. It is maximum 1 to 3% will only become severe. And so far, whoever becomes severe, they were more than 50 years or 60 years with underlying heart and other problems. So you have to tell them that this disease is mild. At the same time, you have to tell them how to take the precautions. Moral support, you have to tell them like this disease, don't worry about the disease, and don't worry about your school, don't worry about your friends, everything going to become better slowly after 6 months or maybe more. Then they will have that idea that after 6 months I am going to skill, I'm going to meet my old friends like that. So meanwhile, I told you already earlier, like you can have a chat or video, but it should not become gadget addiction. That is one more problem. This is a very important time where you want to have some moral support and you allow your child to have little more gadgets and WhatsApp calls and WhatsApp video calls that can become addiction later on. So you have to be careful. So you allow them with limited period and limited time. Into the me as a mother give timetable to starting the listen to me, but as they will become lazy. Fine. Yeah. See the timetable mother. I don't know which mother, but the thing is, I'll tell you one thing, Amma. See, if you go back to your childhood days, were you very strict? Were you very disciplined? You didn't do any of the naughty things? They are very common with the children. We have to accept up to certain extent. If they are crossing those limits, then we have to say, but never be very strict with your children. Very strict. Okay. Like you give them little space to every child. Let them play for some time. Timetable also, let them have some what you call deviations from that. As long as they are doing good, it is fine, acceptable. What I mean is, like earlier I said, like 95 and 97%, not like that. We have to, as a parents, we have to accept even 70-80%. But we have to tell them that better to go to 90%. And you, as a parents, you know your capacity of your child. Based on that only you should do. This is not the right times to give more stress to them because they don't have outlet. So you should become the outlet. You should become the first outlet to your child. That is more important. Okay. Yeah, this is wearing mask for total days not really required. And see, I am not wearing mask now. I am in the hospital. I am not wearing mask. I am talking to you people. I have only one person besides me. Okay, he is wearing mask. I am not worried. So the idea is, at home, wearing mask not at all required unless any patient is there at your home or in your house. If you go out, then it is required. But hours together, you are not going to stay outside. So whenever you are, see, in the apartment, if you are playing with your other kid, you are going out, so you have to wear. Continuously, it is not required. Wherever people are not there, you are alone, you can just take it out like this, be comfortable. But whenever you take out and put it like this is very important. That is very important. That's it. Yeah, it's already told upon, like sending to primary school is not advisable at all. Less than 3 years, don't send any of them to school right now. Think of sending to them directly to the school next year. And what was the continuation of question? 1 minute. That's right. Next. Six years. Yeah. So your daughter is 6 years old, she can wear, but the same thing, like even we also work for 12 hours, sometimes more than that, also, we don't wear completely. It is very difficult. Only the doctors who are working in COVID-19 area, hospitals, they have to wear one, not one, two, three masks also. So that is different. For you people, general population, general public, it is not required. When you go out, take care of and not hours together. Yeah. So symptoms, yeah, good question. This is a very good question. Actually, I wanted to tell this at the end, but thing is, this same corona infection in adults and children is totally different. Like the same cold cough severity is more in the adults, and in children it may not be cold cough also. So you have other things. Don't be panicked by listening to my words. Thing is, like conjunctivitis can be coronavirus. Conjunctivitis means red eyes. So red eyes without fever, don't worry about. Again, red eyes, it's sick, fever is there, yes, you need to worry about. So that is one point. Second, along with the conjunctivitis, stomach pain is one more problem. This is also very common problem in children even without coronavirus. Don't be panicked, that's why I told, because these two are very common in children. So stomach pain, every child will get stomach pain because before going to motion, he will have stomach pain. If he doesn't want to eat rice, he will have stomach pain. If he doesn't want to go to school, he will have stomach pain. So don't worry about the routine regular stomach pains. If he takes pani puri or some diet outside or bakery item, he will have stomach pain. So these stomach pains are different. But without any of these reasons, your child had nothing like this, but he had little bit of stomach pain and fever is there. Try to be little careful and just visit the near pediatrician. So these two things I wanted to tell you as a general public. Try to be careful. And the second thing is, if child becomes more sick, he may have this cold cough, and certain patients may have even cold cough also, but predominantly cold cough is predominant in adults with breathing difficulty, but in children cold cough is one, conjunctivitis is second, stomach pain is third, and fourth maybe little later you can have rash, redness on the face and the body also. So these you have to be little careful. With the fever, all of them particularly with fever. Without fever, it is unusual, it is rare, it is possible, but it is rare without fever. Fine. See, the sanitizer and having lunch is no problem. Sanitizer in the sense you are washing your hands in a different way. Usually before lunch we wash our hands. Now you are using like soap water or sanitizer. That means it gives you little more cleaner. Your hands are little more cleaner with these things. That's it. But only thing is, if you use any of the local sanitizers like Dettol and other things, better to wash with soap water. Stay for 5 minutes, then we can have. But otherwise, nothing clear-cut instructions not to have lunch after washing or having sanitizer. The time 47. 10 minutes more. Necessary to sanitize school bag, lunch bags, ಅದೊಂದು ಇದು ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು. Yeah, this is one more question only, like good question again. Sanitizing the school bag, lunch box. Yes, it is better to sanitize your school bag, lunch bag. Shoes, it is not possible. If you have a shoes rack outside your home, no problem, but don't touch the shoes later on. You can have separate shoe rack, or one side of the shoe rack you can keep those school shoes. And this cleaning your school bag and lunch box and every other thing, it is required. It is better to have, better to clean them. Okay, next. Yeah, one question is like, is following social distancing and wearing mask is must. Must means they have to wear the mask in the school for some time as of now, present as of present situation demands. But social distancing also they have to do, which is little difficult. We have to teachers. It is a tough time for the teachers, but they have to do it. Continue the webinar in Hindi. If anybody is questioning, if they say my language is Hindi, definitely I will answer in Hindi, because common language is English. That's why I'm talking in English. Anybody, if ask the question Hindi, you can say I'll talk to them or I'll answer them in Hindi. Can we use homeopathy medication? No, no idea about the homeopathy medication, and so far we don't have any medication for coronavirus as of now. In adults, children, allopathy, homeopathy, nothing. Don't believe all those wrong things. Can they use the mask while playing? Yes, they have to use the mask while playing, Andy. Yeah, cornflakes, no problem. See, any diet is okay, but I told you, like junk food you have to avoid, and aerated drinks you have to avoid, and cold items from the refrigeration you have to avoid. Otherwise, cornflakes, cereals, no problem. You can take your child for walking around 7 a.m. But how old is she is important. Like less than 4 or 5 years child, no need to take your child along with your walk. More than that, you can, with provided protection, you can take your child. Yes, this COVID-19 transmission is possible with the grocery. Yes, definitely. Because see, now recently, if you see in Hyderabad, most of them are from markets. One is Malakpet market, which is the grocery related items, and another is from vegetable market. So whatever we had all the incident recently after this Marcus, this was the recent. So yes, definitely. So you have to clean them. Always you have to clean whichever the vegetables or grocery you buy. Then only you have to use. This artificial ripening of fruits in general is not advisable. During this time also not advisable, but nobody knows which is artificial ripened fruit or natural fruit. It is difficult to identify. Oh no, this immunity of girl or boy doesn't depend on it. This depends on, again I tell you, breastfeed, mother diet, homemade food, and the regular food. That's it. But it doesn't differ by sex wise. I mean, girl or boy child doesn't differ immunity. About the hand sanitizer, it is a must. I told you, along with your water bottle for your kid, sanitizer bottle you have to purchase for every child. 16 months old kids also same thing, but less than 2 years you don't have to worry much as long as they are at home. Oh, this is one more different question. Your daughter 7 years old refusing to consume fruits. This is not your daughter, Amma. This is with every child in the Telangana, Andhra, and everywhere in the India. Okay, but you have to try differently, like fruits, vinegar, fruit salad, or something different. You have to try, or something put fruits and something like that. So many now. If you go to your Tata Sky, you have so many preparations are there. So where you can see that and try to prepare. So little bit more effort is required from your side to for your child to eat the fruit. Already disease like paralysis. Oh no, this paralysis is different. People with the paralysis, COVID-19, no effect. But these paralysis patients in general, they will have the problem. Like, see, for example, any around 4 or 5 years old child is there, paralysis. I mean, paralysis means in the sense swallowing problem and other things. So related to those issues are common to any other child or any other day other than COVID-19 also. So nothing specific. Good afternoon. Some people doesn't have platelets that much as it is impacted very fast. No. So this one is a question from Lavanya. No, this is like platelets. So this disease is totally different. So it is unlike your dengue fever where platelets are affected. This is multi-system disease. It can affect any part of your body, lungs, liver, and your kidneys, and any part of your can be affected. And no food is going to improve or damage or significant increase in your platelets. So it is the underlying mechanism. Don't worry about all those things. Don't go by platelet. Just see general health of the child. General health, you can see as a parent whether child is active or dull, whether child is playful, whether having any fever, any cold cough, any conjunctivitis, any stomach pain. That is enough. And you take care of the normal routine regular diet. Yeah, one more 16 months old child for hospital. Yes, this we have stopped vaccinating children for almost a month, and we have restarted in Rainbow. And most of the centers also, even your surrounding area, clinics, pediatrician, local pediatricians also, they are giving the vaccine, because if you don't give vaccination, you are depriving them of the immunity or protection from certain diseases. So your child may get the disease, so he will have problems related to the vaccine preventable diseases. So vaccine you should have. So if possible, you can go with protected mask and your child and get vaccinated as early as possible. No vaccine found till now. It is a very big question. It is worldwide the same question. Usually for any disease to have vaccine, for example, I'll tell you one example. Dengue fever is there for almost a decade. Most of you people know more than decade, 10 years, 15 years, like that. But is there any vaccine for dengue? No. So like that. So the vaccine may not be available for every disease. Even malaria also no vaccine. So many scientists all over the world, they are trying to prepare the vaccine, but for every disease vaccine is not possible, but it may also be possible. Trials are going on, it is very premature or very early to say that vaccine is going to come. So after 6 months, we'll be better off. We'll know about the vaccination status. As of now, no vaccine. Don't depend on the vaccine. And if the vaccine comes, also big demand will be there. So healthcare will be the first to get the vaccine. Then comes to the general public. Don't be more dependent or think about the vaccine. Don't think about the vaccine, right? Hydroxychloroquine as a prophylaxis is again the debatable answer. Even the doctors, between doctors, so many webinars are also going on. Webinar from Singapore, webinar from China countries and so many countries. It is not proved, but only for healthcare professionals we are regularly using weekly once. But otherwise for general public, hydroxychloroquine is not required. You should not use it. And we had problems by using hydroxychloroquine if you are taking any other medication also. So don't ever use hydroxychloroquine. Yeah, this is one important question, like affecting people without any symptoms. Yes, I'll tell you, I am sitting in a chair. If somebody says, ask me whether I am COVID-19 positive or negative, I don't know. But I may be positive also because I am healthy. If infection comes to me, infected me, if my immunity is little better, I will not get any of the symptoms. I am the carrier. Those persons are called carrier. They are the super spreaders. So they are going to infect as many number of people in the community as possible. That is the problem. So you should be careful and think that every person in the community or where you are facing as of now is COVID positive. Yeah, this is also very important. Like online teaching is very new to everybody. Even my kids also, like even 10th class, 8th class, even medicine related also. So they are not used to. So everybody is not used to that e-teaching. So this e-teaching, e-learning, it will teach us a little more future. But particularly less than 5 years, sitting in front of the laptop or computer, it is really difficult. But let us see what is going to happen in the future. Next. Yeah, you can give her vaccines, already told them. So it is the common statement, all due vaccines can be taken at nearest pediatrician center or hospital, pediatric hospital. Yeah, how to wash vegetables, fruits and other things. Usually what you do is this fruits and vegetables, one thing is in lukewarm water with baking soda, what we use for eating purpose. So that you can keep in that water for some time, maybe for 15-20 minutes, half an hour. What I know, this is not 100% sure, but this type of measure you can take in this thing, but don't have to keep it in the sunlight. All these items don't have to, but this is sufficient. After some time you can take it out, dry them out, then anyhow you are going to cook it. So once you cook it, then it is no problem. Next. So yeah, fine. So if questions are over, the final from my side, the one is like this disease is going to stay with us. As everybody says, like we have to live with them, and the measures we have to take, thinking that everybody is COVID positive. And the one is social distancing, which is very important wherever you go. But this is not happening. If you go out, every place in the small local market to any centers, small means vegetable markets or your grocery centers, they are not following this. Once you go inside, when I see from outside, there is a nice circle is there, everybody is standing in the circle. Once they go inside, again there is opposite. So everybody strictly they should follow these instructions. That is, protect yourself and protect the community. Then we are going to be safe. So one, social distancing. Second is hand sanitizing. then your mask. These three are very, very important. Then coming to your diet and personal habits, homemade food, freshly prepared food, hot food, these are very important. Take more liquids, more fruits, more vegetables. These are going to give you little more immunity. That's it. This is what I am going to tell you all parents. And regarding the school, yes, I told you schooling, before going to school, sanitizer. In the school, talk to school people, principal, parents association. See that little less number is there in every section, and no play for some time. Okay, and if any e-learning is there, you can have e-learning option. If you can opt for it, is better for some time. Then the next is sanitizing the school bag after coming home. Sanitizing the everything whatever they carried is better. Then they should have everyday bath with the dress. Usually probably everybody will do this, but little more care, with little more care you can do now. And they should not, while they enter at home, they should not touch any of the gates, knobs, doors. When they come around, for example 3 o'clock they come, 3 o'clock you should be ready at the gate or door, allowing them. He should not touch any of these areas directly. He should go to the bathroom. Rest you have to take care, sanitizing other things. Do sanitizing of the bag, everything. Then you go along with your child in the bathroom, help him. He should come out. Then you also probably need to do the bath along with your child. These are the regular routine measures as of now. Thank you everybody. Thanks for patient listening. Any doubts are there, you can come down to Rainbow. We are there to answer. And for vaccination, go to nearest center, get vaccinated. Thank you.